The following is a special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation.
Welcome inside the different gymnasium, where today the 9-13 Wayne Hills Patriots will play host to the 7-15 Crimson of Morristown Beard here on a Saturday afternoon. Aaron Hood and Isaiah Ahumada with you. And Isaiah, let's get right into it to begin the pregame with our key players for Wayne Hills. Losers of 3 in a row are the Patriots, and trying to get back on track. Only 2 more games before the North 1 Group 3 sectional tournament gets underway on March 2nd. So a couple of games that Wayne Hills is, really hoping to win, and the last 2 games of the regular season are here in the different gymnasium. Always helps to play in front of a home crowd. So for Wayne Hills in this one, who's your key player for the Patriots?
My key player is going to be Carter Lewis again. Had 16 points against PV. An intense game that went to overtime. Unfortunately, they lost to certain reasons in overtime. Had a chance to win, but it just didn't happen. But it was an intense game, great all around. But Carter Lewis played very well. Got a couple of points inside the paint, and he's been pretty good for his basketball team. He has scored more, 20 points or more in many games. So he's going to be my key player. Yeah, well, Lewis, he may not be on that torrid pace he was a few weeks ago, Isaiah. He had a 5-game stretch from January 21st to February 6th where he averaged 22.5 points a game. If you remember, they would run that little play where he would just cut pretty much down the near side of the lane, get a pass from the corner. He would convert almost every time. Like you mentioned, he'd score inside, outside, and still the leading scorer, like we mentioned, not on that insane pace he was a couple of weeks ago, but at 15.6, he still leads the Patriots in scoring. So now we're going to go over to my key player, another senior, Brett Wood, number 11. Wood has kind of been up and down all season. He's had a couple of games where he scored 14, 16 points. He's had games where he's hit 3 or 4 3-pointers. But, he's also had games where he's just kind of disappeared and kind of not showed up. Against Passaic Valley, only had 1 point, and that came off a free throw. So Wood, kind of an up and down player. He's always going to be a guy who can provide valuable defense for you on the defensive side, but offensively, it's been a little bit of a mystery this season. Last year, I had to say he was a little bit more consistent in his junior season. So Wood, it'll be big for Wayne Hills if they can get the Wood who can drop 15 points and hit 3 or 4 3-pointers. It'll be big against a Morristown Beard team that, of course, you can't underestimate. Just like Wayne Hills might have underestimated Pope John last Monday, another private school with not so great of a record. Pope John came into that one 3-16, and Wayne Hills, they really just looked a little deflated on Monday afternoon, and Pope John walked out of here with their 4th win of the season. So, again, Wood, I think, is going to be the key in this one for Wayne Hills. And that's pretty much all we have for you, ladies and gentlemen, here in the pregame. We're about a little under 15 minutes away from tip-off between Wayne Hills and Morristown Beard. We'll take a quick break, and we will be back for tip-off between the Crimson and Patriots.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hills student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
And welcome back inside the different gymnasium, moments away from tip-off. But just before we do tip this one off, Isaiah will take a look at the starting lineups for Morristown Beard. The Crimson run out Caleb Mutton, the senior guard. The junior forward, Major Jones, number 3. Number 10, Jaron Afuola, the sophomore guard. Justin Axelrad, who's the leading scorer for the Crimson at just over 15 points a game, the junior. And Ian Ahumada, the big man in the middle, number 35, the sophomore, will round out the starting 5 for Morristown Beard. On the other side for Wayne Hills, Matt Carenas, Lewis, Park, Tinturso, and Wood. As we are underway, Ahumada winning the tip against Lewis, and Axelrad and Trolls for Morristown Beard.
Aaron, that's definitely a big man out there.
Yeah, Medwu 6'10", about 220 pounds, so going to be a force down low that the Patriots are going to look to stop. Here's Axelrad on this first shot, no good. Right on cue, there is Ahumada with the offensive rebound. He couldn't finish. Gets another one, and off glass with the left hand. He gets the Crimson on the board. 2-0 Morristown Beard, just about 30 seconds into this one.
That's where the height comes in, getting the rebounds and being able to put it back for 2.
Macarenas on the win now up top to Park. To the win for Wood. Now Lewis guarded there by Martin. Now here's Jones coming out on Part. Junior against junior. Macarenas to the middle. Kick. Wood, a corner three. That's too strong. Tinturso trying to tip the rebound, and he saves it. Good job on the effort by Jonathan Turso. Part's jumper, no good. And Axelrad has the rebound for the Crimson. Here comes the big man, Ahumada. In transition, he goes up and is fouled by Wood. And Ian Ahumada making his presence foul early. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
That was a good foul by Wood. It's a big man there. Definitely would have just pushed him off and got a 2.
Ahumada's first shot is up and good. And his second is also good. Takes a bounce off the front of the rim. The Crimson come in 7-15, 5-11 in the NJAC, 3-5 in the Liberty Division inside of the NJAC. Wayne Hills at 9-13, losers of their last 3, 7-9 in the Mid-North, and 5-5 in the Independents. Here's Macarenas now. He'll try a deep 3 from the wing and knocked it down. The sophomore Andre Macarenas hitting the deep 3 there. Gets Wayne Hills on the board. 4-3 Morristown Beard with 6:22 to go here in the opening quarter.
I was going to say, the Patriots have definitely improved their outside shooting. You know, last couple of games, Brett has got it going. Carter, Phillip, and now Andre.
Here is Park in transition against Axelrad. Flip to Wood in the corner, worked into the middle, now opposite Wayne Macarenas. Now Lewis up top. He's got the size advantage against Martin. Tip to the Wayne Macarenas. Gets it right back out to Lewis. Good ball movement by Wayne Hills early on. And now a quick foul on Morristown Beard. Park to inbound. So 5:57 to go here in the opening quarter. Wayne Hills getting on the board a moment ago with the Macarenas triple from the win. It's 4-3 Morristown Beard. Here's Wood now. Up top, Lewis checked there by Martin. And now the pass is deflected by Axelrad. He wasn't even looking, able to knock that one away. Now Martin to the middle with the right hand. Might have gotten fouled, no call. And the rebound to Carter Lewis.
Good contest by Conturso. Getting in front of the ball and trying to get a block.
Here's Wood now, an open corner 3. His shot rattles home. And the Patriots, good start from the outside. They're second already. It's 6-4 Wayne Hills.
Yes, big improvement in the season. But the biggest game they had from the outside was against Kennedy. I think that's what got them motivated.
Here's Ahumada to the middle for Part. Big mismatch there. Turnaround jumper, no good. And Lewis has another rebound for Wayne Hills. Now in transition. Wood, another open corner 3. This one too strong. He was calling for it, and Park was able to get it to him. The shot was too strong. Now Lewis on his second effort off his own shot. He got his own offensive rebound, and he's fouled. So the senior will go to the line for 2 shots.
Good job by Lewis. Andre was wide open for a 3, but he took it himself. Try to get contact, and he did.
Lewis hits the first. Mentioned the leading scorer at 15.6 a night is Lewis. And his second is up and good. So Carter, 2 of 2 from the line. And it's 8-4 Wayne Hills with 4:44 to go in the opening quarter.
Lewis went 6 for 6 against that against PV. So he's been pretty good at the free throw line.
To the middle comes Martin. Kick to the win, Jones. Here's Major Jones on a jumper. The junior, that shot falling way short, not even catching any iron. And Tinturso with the rebound. Again in transition. Again it's Wood open. And again it's Brett Wood hitting for 3. The Patriots coming out on fire from behind the arc. It's 11-4 Wayne Hills with 4:19 to go in the opening quarter and a timeout by Morristown Beard.
Brett Wood is feeling it right now. I think it could be the motivation because before we started, it was Brett Wood's mother couldn't make it to senior night, and they, gave her flowers for not being able to make it. I think that's giving him motivation right now.
Yeah, doing it for his mom is Brett Wood. He's off to a great start. He's got 6 points, 2 of 2 from behind the arc, and Wayne Hills 3 of 3 from behind the 3-point line. It's already 11-4, and yeah, this is what you want to see, Isaiah. This game and then the Tuesday night game against Passaic, another really good team that Wayne Hills is going to have to face before States. Again, they'll have Ramapo, the 2 seed. That'll be at Ramapo. So Wayne Hills trying to garner some momentum here. Losers of 3 in a row. it would be good to see them, go into states on a winning streak, and it all starts here today. They're off to a great start.
I mean, those losses were a pretty close game against Pope John. They came back, brought it up pretty close, took it to overtime with PV, and, we're competitive with our Kennedy team. That's really good.
Kicked up top, Axelrad shot too strong, and Macarenas with the rebound. And now Park will pull it back out. We saw this a lot in the PV game. Wayne Hills, that methodical offense that they've been running all season. Macarenas is triple no good. Tinturso strives for the offensive rebound. Now Park out of the pick and roll. Pull up mid-range jumper. That's too strong. And the rebound by Afuola. Along the far side comes the sophomore. Kick to Axelrad. His pass was deflected and stolen now by Park.
Now the Patriots coming out very strong defensively.
Wood.
And with outside shooting. Ooh.
Again, that one's too short. Wood dives on the ground for it. Looked at the hustle by Wood to get his own offensive rebound, and now Lewis tries to force a pass to the middle. It's knocked away. Was looking for Tinturso.
Yeah, there's two defenders in front of John, so it was a kind of hard pass to make.
Here's Jones now, down low against Tinturso. The Crimson have kind of been stifled on the offensive end. Ahumada's three no good, and the rebound finds its way into the hands of Lewis. Wood, he'll try another three. That one too strong. Wood then a little overzealous now, and Lewis can't finish on the offensive rebound, but it's knocked away. Lewis able to tip it to Macarenas, and they find Tinturso down low. The ball movement from Wayne Hills is incredible, and it seems like they're coming up with every 50-50 ball. They're up 13-4 here with 2:40 to go in the first quarter.
Great sequence of events, diving for the ball. Andre gets the ball, looking to shoot, looking like he was going to pass to Brett, but he passes to John. A great fake there, and John gets to 2 points.
Morristown Beard looking for an answer. They'll go to their leading scorer, Axelrad, who finishes with the left hand. And that breaks a long drought for the Crimson. It's 13-6 Wayne Hills with 2:20 to go here in the opening quarter.
Now, Tinturso is definitely motivated to play his best after that PV game where, he missed those free throws. He was kind of bummed about it, but he forgot about it, and he's looking to play his best game and try to make up for it. And he has so far.
He sails out of bounds. Wood able to corral it with the left hand and save it. Now Macarenas up top against Afuola. Sophomore against sophomore. Now Park. Off the screen from Wood. Into the lane. Push shot with the right hand. It's too strong. Ahumada with the rebound off back iron. Oh, look at that. Behind the back by Axelrad. Pull-up jumper in transition. No. Lewis the rebound.
A nice move, but not a great shot.
Park to the top, kick to the win, Macarenas. 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Tinturso at the elbow, kick to the win. Lewis tries a three. That's no good, and it hits the top and out of bounds. So the other way it will be going, the way of Morristown Beard.
Not bad for the Patriots. Up 7 points, a big improvement in the last couple of games.
Yeah, fantastic start for the Patriots here today, especially from three-point range. They've been clicking offensively, which is good to see. Another jumper from Ahumada, no good, and the rebound by Lewis again.
They just look like they're full of energy, diving for balls, getting many steals, and contesting every shot.
Well, a rare early turnover there from Wayne Hills. In this one, at least, Macarenas dribbling it off his foot. Now a substitution for Morristown Beard. Ethan Davison, the guard, the senior, coming in, number 23. He's on the far wing right now. So here's Martin. To the middle for Jones. Jumper, tough shot over Macarenas, doesn't fall, and Tinturso with the rebound.
Like I said, contesting every shot. Good job by the Patriots.
Part flip on the win to Lewis. Part again trying to get to the middle. He does. He gets out to the win. What another three! And Brett Wood talked about it in the pregame, Isaiah. When he's on, this Wayne Hills team is just a different team. Wood his third three already, and it's 16-6 Wayne Hills.
Yeah, he now has 9 points now. What a great start.
And now the pass over the head of Davison. So Wayne Hills, everything going right offensively for them. Out comes Macarenas, in comes Mansorodlu. 27.7 to go in the first quarter.
Not just offensively, but defensively as well. Bringing pressure to cause a turnover and getting steals, defensive rebounds. Good job by the Patriots. This is a pretty good start so far.
Macarenas wasn't the one who checked out. It was Tinturso. My mistake. Shot by Macarenas in the lane, no good. Offensive rebound is tipped out now to Mon. In transition, here he comes. Nice move, but he couldn't finish with the right hand. It was about halfway down and then rolled back out. 3 seconds to go. Park has to hoist. And it's short. So, despite the miss there, Wayne Hills on fire from behind the three-point line, Isaiah, to begin the game. They're up 10 already after one, 16-6 Wayne Hills.
This is definitely their best start in the last 3 games. Incredible by this Patriots squad. Offensively, defensively, passing well, limiting the turnovers, causing turnovers, and getting their shots in. Of course, Brett Wood having a best game so far.
Well, one thing they've done well is certainly containing the big guy Ahumada in the middle. A sophomore is Ian Ahumada, 6'6", 220 pounds, like we mentioned, and he's had a couple of looks, but he hasn't really done much. He got his offensive rebound off his first miss on the first possession of the game, put it back up and in, and then went to the free throw line. He drew a foul, but since then he's kind of been off, and the Patriots have done a good job to kind of contain him down low, and he's taken some jumpers, and he hasn't hit those either.
Yeah, it's fortunate for Morristown Beard. Can't get anything going so far, but you have to credit that all to the Patriots and their defense. And you also got to give credit to them for hustling to get diving for balls and trying to keep the game as far as possible.
So the Crimson will run out Ahumada, Davison, Jones, Mon, and Ahumada, so the same 5 they ended the first with. Back in comes Tinturso for Wayne Hills, so it'll be Tinturso, Mascarenas, Park, and Mansouroglu. Here is Mansouroglu to begin the second, checked by Davison up top. Nice series of moves to draw some space, and he knocks down the floater in the lane. Andre Mascarenas off to a good start. He's got 5. It's 18-6. Wayne Hills, they're up a dozen here early on in the second quarter. Jones, he's been off to begin, but a nice move, skipping through the lane there and finishing with the left hand, and it's cut back to 10, 18-8 Wayne Hills.
Did we see the press here? Trying to find, there we go, Brett Wood across the court.
Wayne Hills breaking the press like you said. Now nice pass, what a pass from Park, but Mansouroglu too strong on the finish off glass. Now the other way comes the Crimson, and it's out of bounds. Again, looking for Davison, and he couldn't corral it, so Wayne Hills, just like that, they will come the other way with 7:17 to go in the second quarter.
It looks like Tinturso was giving a talk to Mansouroglu, telling him to don't worry about it and just keep playing.
Yeah, well, that's great senior leadership by Tinturso, and now look at that, Mansouroglu finding the senior Tinturso who finishes off glass, and it's 20-8 Wayne Hills, backed up by a dozen are the Patriots with 6:55 to go here in the second.
Great job, Tinturso, coming in with a great mindset after that devastating foul line miss, and just trying to give encouragement to every other player.
Now a walk on Davison. Lewis back in for Wayne Hills. 2 more subs for Morristown Beard. Axelrad back in, and Matthew McIntyre, the junior forward, in as well for the Crimson. Wood taking a seat, not Lewis. Again, my mistake. So Wood out, and Lewis back in. Couple of crossovers from Park. Get into the middle, kick corner. Mansouroglu now up top. Lewis. Now Mascarenas on the wing, off the pick and pop for Mansouroglu. Here's Park around the screen. Had a good look, and he'll pull it back out now. Checked by Ahumada. Now to the corner, Mascarenas. Checked by Axelrad. And here's Wayne Hills trying to slow it down, up by 12. And now a timeout taken by Coach Karsich and the Patriots. Wayne Hills still up 12, 20-8 with 6:07 to go in the first half.
Yeah, great timeout by Coach Karsich. Didn't see anything going. Has to make up a new play.
So Wayne Hills already up a dozen, and we've said it already. I've said it a bunch of times. It looks like they're a totally different team from last Monday. I mean, I wasn't there, you were, but again, I had a chance to watch it, and it was just kind of a confusing loss for Wayne Hills. But then they come out, they play well against Patterson Kennedy, only losing, to a top team in New Jersey by 7 points. They had it at 2 at one point in the second half, so great showing there by Wayne Hills on Tuesday night. And then Thursday afternoon, they played Passaic Valley down to the wire. They were up by 4 in overtime, so Wayne Hills maybe flipping the switch a little bit. They've still lost 3 in a row, but again, maybe, kind of turning the page here as we move even closer towards that States game in just about a week. Up ahead, Axelrad in transition with the right hand. Tough finish over Lewis on the fast break. Axelrad scores again. It's come back to 10, 20-10 Patriots.
You know what I think it is? Against that Pope John game, I think they took them for granted. Saw them that they had a losing record, and they came out slow in the first half. But in the second half, they got it going, noticing that this team wasn't nothing to play with. And for this game, they're noticing this team is not nothing to play with, and they're going to play their best.
Here comes Axelrad in transition again, and this has been a problem all season as well as Isaiah. Teams are just leaking out in transition off rebounds, and the Patriots seem to kind of be always a step behind.
Especially against PV. That's their biggest problem with transition points.
Wayne Hill's trying to give Morristown Beard a taste of their own medicine. Wood was open, but the pass from Lewis was deflected, and now in transition, another score. Anthony Bernardo, the junior, scoring now, and it's tucked to sits. 20-14, sits unanswered points for Morristown Beard.
Patriots have to slow it down a bit. Make sure they get some great passes.
There's Tinturso with the pound dribble and scoring around Bernardo down low, so back up to 8, 22-14.
Conturso improving his game so far. I think he already has 6 points.
McIntyre kicked out Afuola, now up top. Axelrad gets a good look on a triple. It's short, and Tinturso able to track down the rebound.
There you go, hustle by Conturso. He's going to give it all tonight, this afternoon.
Wood, another three. That one's too strong. Lewis, the offensive rebound. Looked like he got fouled. No call. Tinturso with the offensive rebound. Another rebound, and Tinturso flips it up and in. John is off to a great start here in this one as a kind of rebounding from a tough game on Thursday.
Like I said, he was devastated, but he forgot about it. Came in with a great mindset. He was coming to win this game.
Martin gets Lewis in the air. Couple of dribbles. Pull up mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound Wood. Patriots backed up by 10, 24-14. With 3:52 to go here in the first half. Wood in the corner. He's had a trigger finger here in this one, like you said.
That should have been I think that was a foul, but...
Yeah, looked like a foul on the shot by Lewis for 3. No call again. Park down low for Tinturso, and he scores. John Tinturso already with 10 points here early on. Already in double digits, and Wayne Hills leads by double digits, 26-14.
Conturso playing very well right now. He definitely wants to win this game.
Patriots time for their biggest lead of the afternoon, and then he denies the shot by McIntyre. Or Bernardo, that was for the Crimson.
There you go. 10 points, a block, contesting every shot, hustling for the ball. Conturso's feeling it.
Now on the dive play to Lewis, he finishes off glass. And Wayne Hills has got it rolling once again. And the frustration for Morristown Beard, you can see it. Up by 14 now. Biggest lead of the afternoon for Wayne Hills, 28-14. Again, the Crimson looking for an answer. They had it at 6 just a couple of minutes ago, and it's ballooned back to 14, but now Martin hits a 3 from the wing. That's Caleb Martin knocking it down, the senior, and it's back to 11, 28-17 Wayne Hills. 2:38 to go here in the first half. Lewis down low. They look for Tinturso again. That's a tough shot. He took too many steps. He walked, so it's going the other way. Franklin and Adamo, as well as Mansarodu in for Wayne Hills. Ahumada. Zion Hobbs, the junior, in for Morristown Beard. As well as number 4, Nate Panza, another senior.
We go smaller lineup with a younger core, built with sophomores.
So both teams subbing in 3 new guys. 3 guys with some fresh legs. Look at Ahumada spinning through the double team and finishing with the left hand. And it's cut back to single digits, 28-19. Wayne Hills up 9 with 2:05 to go here in the second.
For a big guy, yeah, that was some great footwork.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Adamo losing the pass. It'll be a jump ball, and the arrow will point the way of Morristown Beard. Hobbs and Adamo in the tie-up, and the Crimson will have it coming down the other way, down 9. And so Wayne Hills, they've had a great first half, Isaiah, but can they close it strong? It'll be the question over the final minute 55. Ahumada, mid-range jumper, no. Long rebound to Wayne Franklin. Here comes the sophomore across the timeline, got bumped. Again, no call, but he's able to find Mansarodu. Now Franklin will try a deep 3 and knocked it down. Wayne Franklin, that was 5 or 6 feet behind the line, and he hit it. Nothing but net.
Wow, deep range. That was insane. We haven't seen him shoot a 3 in a while. finally, this team is getting it going, no matter who it is.
And now the pass off the foot of Hobbs. So Wayne Hills looked like they were again, looked like Morristown Beard had kind of stolen back the momentum for the second time, and then Franklin hitting the deep three to ignite the crowd, and now a turnover. So a minute 22 to go here in the half. And Wayne Hills is up 12, 31-19. Mansarodu looking for Lewis on that dive play once again, and he's fouled by Jones, going up with it, and Lewis will go back to the line for 2 more.
Just great passing all around. Good job by the Patriots. Finally getting what matters for this team to get going is good passing, cutting the turnovers, and just getting and making their shots.
Lewis's first is up and good. He's been one of the best free throw shooters on this Patriot squad all year long. Him and Macarenas have kind of been the guys who have been the most consistent from the line. Lewis knocks down another pair there, and the Patriots go up by 14, 33-19. Wayne Hills with a minute and 8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And now another near turnover. Hobbs nearly loses it. Adamo with that swarming defense out of that zone, nearly knocking it away. Here's Panza now to the middle for Jones. Nice look, and it's finished off by Major Jones off glass. So under a minute to go. 50 seconds to be exact. 33-21 Wayne Hills. Wood. He tries another corner three. This time it's too short, and Axelrad has the rebound. 3-on-1 break. Panza able to save it, gets on the ground for it, back to Jones, and he's hit and fouled with 36.4. Major Jones trying to cut it to a 10-point game at the line.
That was an insane pass as he was slipping. He got it to another player, but he's able to draw the foul.
Here is Jones at the line, shooting to his first, rims in. Philip Park back into the game for Wayne Hills. Brett Wood taking a seat here for the final 36.4. Jones on his second, and that's good as well. So Major Jones hits a pair. He's got the last 4 for the Crimson, and it's cut to 10. 33-23 Wayne Hills. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Mansarodu in the corner. Wayne Hills needing a bucket here. It would be big going into the locker room to be up by 12 or 13. And stop that momentum that Morristown Beard seemingly has. They've scored the last 4. 10 seconds to go now. Lewis to the bucket with the right hand. It's too strong. And it's knocked out to Ahumada. Here comes Axelrad to Jones. He can't finish it, too strong. Rebound is fought for. Lewis has it. And time will run out here in the first half. So after a half, great showing from Wayne Hills. Up 10 at the break, 33-23 Patriots.
Great showing, great passing. Conturso getting it loose. He, big step up from that last game. The big step up. Brett Wood shooting the lights out of his mind. Just great defense and offense. I have nothing to say. They're playing very well.
Wayne Hills on fire from behind the arc, and they've got everything clicking on the offensive end. They're up 10 at the break, 33-23 Wayne Hills.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hills student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
And welcome back to the Different Gymnasium. At the end of the half, Patriots up 10, 33-23 over the Crimson of Morristown Beard. We're about a minute away from second half action. So Isaiah, great offensive half for the Patriots, and I mean if they can kind of run away with this one, early on here in the second half, they can, once again, I said it last time, they can kind of just put on cruise control and kind of ride this one out. They're up 10 right now, and they should probably be up more, but Morristown Beard, you have to give them credit. A team coming in at 7-15, they haven't really gone away. They've only got this, they were down by 14 at one point in that first half, and then a couple of unanswered points to end the half from the Crimson. So, again, they're playing a good game as well, but Patriots prevailing after a half, 33-23.
I mean, for the Patriots, you have to cut the turnovers. That's where most Morristown Beard gets their points from, those fast break points. That's a problem that's been, that's a problem that they've had all season.
And right away, Adamo walked. So to begin the second half, Adamo, Park, Lewis, Tinturso, and Wood. On the other side for Morristown Beard, it'll be Martin, Axelrad, Panza, Ahumada, and Jones.
Ooh.
So here is Major Jones, who had a strong finish to that first half for the Crimson. And now it's Axelrad up top, checked by Park. Ahumada, the big fella, doing a work again. And Tinturso forcing the tie-up with him. Now some words exchanged between the two.
Wood calming him down.
Yeah, so John forcing the jump ball there with Ahumada. Arab porting the way of Morristown Beard again, so they'll inbound underneath. On the baseline, and the pass is off the shoe of Jones. And here comes Wayne Hills now with Park, pushing it up.
Conturso giving his all to this afternoon.
Tinturso, the leading scorer for Wayne Hills in that first half, had 10 points. Had a couple of nice defensive plays as well, and now Lewis finishes off glass with the right hand plus a foul. So Lewis going to the line and trying to complete a three-point play.
The big guys getting it done for this Wayne Hills team, and Brett Wood shooting from the outside has just helped them a lot.
And Lewis hits another free throw. Lewis had 6 points in that first half. He completes the three-point play there, and Wayne Hills is up 13, 36-23, with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 45 seconds into the second half here.
So
So here's a
mismatch.
Ahumada looking down low for Panza. Gets into the middle for Jones. Kick out. Axelrod on a three. Ball hangs on the rim. Rebounded and put back up and in by Martin now. So the senior Taylor Martin dead up high for the rebound and going off glass to finish. And it's cut to 11, 36-25, Wayne Hills. Here's Adamo at the top to the win for Wood. You know he wants to pull. He's been pulling from the outside all day. Got off to a really hot start. Has missed his last few. Now here is Wood on the win. Gets a screen from Tinturso. He'll pull up from the top and takes a bounce off the rim. No good. Battling for it was Adamo, but it'll go the way of Morristown Beard.
Step from Brett, trying to create his own shot there. Something that we don't usually see from Brett. He's usually out in the perimeter trying to catch the ball and shoot, but he's improved his game a lot.
Jones, Ahumada now. With the left hand, and Wood gets up and denies the big guy.
Wow, Brett Wood.
Now on the other end, couple dribbles into the middle. Kicked up top, Park. He nearly loses the handle, but it bounces right to Lewis. Now Tinturso. To Wood, and Wayne Hill's going to slow this down again here on this possession. Taking their time.
When they slow it down, they have some great passes.
Park. Out of the pick and roll, was looking for Wood, couldn't get it to him. Here's Adamo off a curl on a three, and he knocks it down. Back up to 14, 39-25 Wayne Hills. About 2.5 minutes into the second half. 5:26 to go here in the third.
Everyone's shooting from downtown. You saw Wayne freaking put up very deep. You saw Adamo shoot, and of course Brett Wood's just been shooting well.
Ahumada into the body of Wood, and he goes up and is fouled. So the sophomore back to the line for another pair. 5:20 to go here in the third. Ahumada hits the first. He's got a nice stroke for a big guy. Saw him step out and attempt a three early in the game. So Ahumada trying to go 2 of 2 from the line here, and he does. So the sophomore hitting both, and it's 39-27 now.
Yeah, you're right, Aaron. He is a great big guy. He get it done in the inside, and he has some nice footwork that you saw that spin move he did earlier to get those 2 points.
Pitch and roll at the top. Park and Lewis. Park drives to the middle, feeds to Wood, and he hits a couple guys in the air and is fouled. So they'll get it on Ahumada, it looks like, and Brett Wood to the line for 2. Or no, they did it on the floor. Somehow that's on the floor. It looks like Wood was going up with the shot, but instead they'll say no shot. He was not in the act of shooting, so Park to inbound now on the baseline for the Patriots. Quickly to Tinturso off a curl screen. Wood with the left hand. Flips it up, no good. And now they're getting over the bat foul on Tinturso. It's going the other way.
There you go, Conturso not arguing about it this time. As we said in the last broadcast, he likes to argue when he gets those foul calls. This time, he just lets it go. That's exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah, that's a big thing for Tinturso, kind of, just keeping his cool. We've seen him do it today, and he's had a big day so far with 10 points in that first half. Now here's Ahumada, and it looks like Lewis got all ball on that block, but they call another foul, and Ahumada back to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, from our angle, it looked like it was all ball. but the refs are always going to disagree with what we say.
So the foul on Lewis, his second. And Ahumada right back to the line just a couple of possessions later. And he hits the first. The lefty sophomore big man has done a nice stroke from the free throw line, and that always helps. A kid of his size able to get to the line a lot. And he misses the second. So rebound by Lewis, and here's Adamo up on the near side across half court for the Patriots. Checked by Axelrad. Tinturso in the corner, up top Adamo. Was looking for Lewis, and Adamo was fouled. They did a push on Axelrad, and Park again will inbound for Wayne Hills on the baseline. 4:34 to go here in the third. Quick substitution for Wayne Hills. Macarin is in. Adamo takes a seat. Macaranis behind the bat, and Axelrad trying to force a steal. Nearly forces a backcourt violation, and now Panza fouls Macaranis. You can hear the contact from up here.
You just heard a huge smack. Definitely a foul.
4:25 to go now. And Park out of the backcourt will walk it across the timeline for Wayne Hills. They're up 11, 39-28. Park behind the back. Flip Macaranis, opposite wing. Wood a three. It's good again. And it gets the crowd on their feet. Wayne Hills are feeling themselves. Backed up by 14, 42-28.
Wood is definitely feeling it from downtown, trying to, impress his mother that's come out to see this game and watch him play. And he's motivated.
Now Wood diving on the ground, forces a turnover. And now a quick turnover on the other end in transition. Panza with the steal. Now Ahumada against Tinturso. Goes up, shot rims out. Battle for the rebound. It's being slapped around. And last touch on the Crimson, it'll go the way of Wayne Hills. Or rather, one ref said it was going Wayne Hills' way, the other overruling it, so Morristown Beard ball.
So far, the senior is stepping up. Brett Wood shooting great from the outside, getting a block and also some couple of steals. Conturso, getting those 2 points underneath the basket, and Carlos is doing what he does the best, cutting to the rim and getting easy shots.
3:35 to go here in the third. Wood against Panza now, up top, crossover. Kick out. Andre on a three. He knocks it down. Wayne Hills, we haven't seen this so far yet this season. We've seen little outbursts, Isaiah, but this whole game, Wayne Hills has been on fire from behind the arc. Martin trying to answer, and he does. Taylor Martin hits another three. The senior trying to keep his team in it, and now Axelrad with the steal. Goes up with the right hand. It's no good. It rimmed out. Lewis had the rebound. It was ripped away, and Axelrad somehow is able to get it. Able to strip it away from Lewis. Now the big man, Ahumada on a three. Takes a couple of bounces, and it rims in. So Morristown Beard quickly shutting down the Wayne Hills momentum. 6 straight points. Wood, a rainbow three. That's way too short. Rebound, Axelrad. And now Wood with the steal and transition. And Odell Beckham type of catch with one hand.
Definitely made up for that missed shot.
Unbelievable sequence here by both squads. Wayne Hills was up 17.
Wow.
And just about 30 seconds later, it's been cut to 11. Steals, turnovers, three-pointers being exchanged all over the place. Good pace to begin the second half. And now Macarin is right to the rim with the right hand. 2:15 to go here in the third. 47-34. Wayne Hills still in front by 13. Martin splitting the defense. Into the lane, no. Gets his own offensive rebound. He goes back up. Shot was denied by someone. Couldn't tell who it was. But Ahumada, again, working down low, grabs the offensive rebound and is fouled. So Ahumada, another trip to the line for the big man.
Good job with the Patriots. Getting steals, getting blocks. This team is just playing so well and offensively making all their shots. I think that Kennedy game getting motivation because that's where they played very well. They're making all their shots. They get motivation, knowing that they can compete with a team like that. I think it definitely gives them this power and drive to play well.
Ahumada hitting the second. Brett Wood takes a seat. Gets a nice hand from the crowd for his hot shooting so far today. Ali Mansur will back in for Wayne Hills. He receives the pass to break the press from Macaranis. And now Ali has an open look for three. Thought about it. But now he goes to the bucket. Off glass, no good. Spirals in and out. And here comes the Crimson. Down 11. Axelrad to the rim. And he scores again. And it's cut to single digits. About a minute and a half ago, Isaiah, the Patriots were up by 17. Now it's 9. 47-38. Mansaroto, confusion by the Morristown Beard defense. Ali had a wide open three. He was unable to hit. Here comes Martin in transition. Short jumper, Panza. He knocks it down. And here come the Crimson. They've cut it to 7.
Well, they're on a run right now. Patriots failing defensively.
Macarenas, couple of moves against Panza at the top. A minute, 5 seconds to go here in the third. Macarenas. Now Mansaroto gets it back up top for Park. The Crimson have cut the lead to 7. It was 117 just a couple of minutes ago. Lewis spinning in the lane is denied by Ahumada. Axelrad all the way with the right hand. It's too strong. He couldn't finish. And the rebound by Park. Phillip down low. Mansaroto. Oh, nice find to Tinturso, but Ahumada with another denial.
Ahumada doing it all for this team. Making free throws, having a three, and blocking shots.
Now we'll try a three. Oh, it was halfway down. The big man's three almost had it, but it's rebounded by the Patriots. 47-40 Wayne Hills. 20 seconds to go here in the third.
I mean, what can he do? He has amazing footwork. He can get it inside the paint. He can shoot from the outside. He can make it free throws. It's a tough challenge.
Here on a Saturday afternoon, both teams playing with incredible fire and desire. Look at Park spinning into the lane, looking for Mansaroto, but it's off his hand, out of bounds. Or rather, they'll get Martin for the last touch. He's upset with the call. So 4.1 to go here in the third. Wayne Hills to inbound with Park along the baseline. And now a quick timeout by Coach Starcich. Wants to talk it over with his guys for this inbound play, but his Patriots are up 7 after a minute and a half, Isaiah, of just wild stuff going on. Turnovers, bodies flying all over the place, threes being hit by either side, running in transition. I mean, it's been a great game to watch so far. Like I said, both teams really playing with a lot of heart in this one, and Wayne Hills prevailing right now, up 7 with 4.1 to go here in the third.
Yeah, competitive Crimson coming back on a run right now. They're just, and Meglu is a big part of that. Like, he's just getting all those rebounds and getting some shots in. And they have some great passing, getting a couple of steals, and just playing well defensively against this Patriots team that's had, all their seniors play well. Conturso, Wood from 3, and Lewis is doing what he does best.
So out of the timeout, once again, 4.1 on the clock here in the third. Park will inbound for the Patriots. Here we go. They lob it to Lewis. It's off his far hand. Mansaroto to Macarenas. Andres trying to throw it up at the buzzer, and he hits the three. Macarenas, as time expires, flipping up a three from the wing, and it's a 10-point lead after 3, Isaiah. 50-40, Wayne Hills on top.
The Patriots shooting out of their mind right now. Who hasn't made a three? You have Adamo, a sophomore. You have Andre, also a sophomore. Wood. It's just insane right now for the Patriots, making all their shots.
So as we enter the final 8, Isaiah, give me one thing Wayne Hills, let's say besides their shooting, because we know, with their great shooting today, they've got to keep it up. But one thing outside of knocking down their outside shots they have to do to kind of put away this Morristown Beard team who, quite frankly, has not gone away at all.
Defensively, have better playmaking. There's a couple of times where, they kind of messed up. Also cut the turnovers, and most importantly, get the rebounds, because Meglu is just a big guy in the paint, and you have to get those rebounds over him.
Yeah, Meglu's had a great game, as well as Axelrad. I mean, Martin, the senior, you can point to a few guys on this Crimson team who have had, really good days so far, here this afternoon. And for a 7-15 team who's 5-11 in their conference, Isaiah, we keep saying it with these teams that kind of come in here and give the Patriots a run for their money. They're playing like they're a team that's gearing up for a state's run. They are really playing well. Giving it to the Patriots. They had it cut to 7 at one point, but we're down as much by 17 in that third quarter. So we'll see how the fourth quarter unfolds here. Quickly off the inbound. Park tries a three, and he knocks it down.
Who can't make a three now? Everyone's shooting threes.
Some confusion by the Morristown Beard defense left Park open in the corner, and he hits the three to bring it back to 13, 53-40 Wayne Hills. Mascarenas with a strange pass, to be completely frank, throwing it almost sidearmed up to Wood, and now on the ensuing possession, Morristown Beard can't get it to go, and it's rebounded by the Patriots. 7:22 to go here in the fourth, excuse me. Now to Terso in the post. Spinning against Jones, flipping it up, no good, off glass, and it's rebounded by McIntyre, who just checked back into the game for the Crimson. Here's Axelrad. He's had the big day, the leading scorer, gives it to McIntyre, and the junior, Matt McIntyre, going to the line for 2 shots. So Axelrad, 15 points tonight, 2.5 assists, and nearly 2 steals, has had a day. Now it's his fellow junior McIntyre at the line, hitting the first. Ahumada, Panza, and Matan come in for the Crimson.
Here you can hear the student section trying to cause some distraction, trying to miss those free throws.
McIntyre hitting the second. So a couple of big free throws there from the junior, cutting it back to 11. 53-42 Wayne Hills with 7 minutes to go. 60 seconds gone by here in the fourth. Wood to a cutting Lewis, off glass, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it caroms back out to Brett. And now up top, Mascarenas. Trying to pull it out against Panza. Park working against Mon up top. Now to Terso against Ahumada. Couple of dribbles to Wood. Awkward looking shot. Good defense by Axelrad, and Wood missing the short mid-range pull-up jumper. Axelrad now in transition with the left hand, scores again. So it's cut back to single digits another time. 53-44. Patriots up 9 with 6:12 to go here in the fourth. Lewis at the top. McIntyre giving him space. Park will kick back outside to Terso. Wood tries a tough reverse, and he somehow gets it to go. Brett Wood continues his big day.
Yep.
And it's back to 11.
As well as Conterso, another pass.
Andre with the steal there. Here comes Park in transition. Phil stepping in the rim and finishing with the left hand. And Wayne Hills doing their best job to put away these Crimson, who again have just not gone away. Axelrad at 3, that's short. Ahmed with the rebound. One dribble goes up and is hit again. And
oh no, Park is limping right now. That is not a good sign.
Yeah, well, you see Park, again, like you said, kind of limping off the court. They're going to get Franklin in for him, but they've got to wait until after the first free throw.
That'll be a huge loss for the Patriots.
Or rather, yeah, they'll sub in Franklin right now. We've seen a couple of stares with other guys on this Wayne Hills team, but going into that stage game, Park is really one of the guys you don't want to lose.
Yeah, he can shoot well from the outside. He also brings up the ball because he's a point guard. Definitely a big loss for the Patriots if he doesn't come back.
Ahmed hitting another free throw. Cuts it to 12, 57-45.
Maybe just rolled his ankle. I'm not sure, but
Ahmed goes 2 of 2. But again, I mean, Park just all the momentum kind of sucked out of the building, at least for Wayne Hills' side. I mean, you're still up 11 and they're playing well, but I mean the bitter. Their bitter focus right now is Philip Park still on that far bench being checked down by the trainer. So we'll see if he returns here in this one. And now off the inbound, Franklin's pass sails into the backcourt, but Macarena is able to recover for Wayne Hills. And he works up top now against Afuola. Now here's Franklin against Mine. Franklin going to the bucket, and he's fouled. So Wayne Franklin will go to the line for 2 shots. His Patriots are up 11, 57-46 Wayne Hills with 5:12 to go.
After that turnover, almost causing another turnover, he gets it in and gets contact. Now the Patriots, I mean, who hasn't made a shot for this team who started in the game? Everyone's making their shots.
Franklin hitting the first. Here comes Axelrad right back into the game for Morristown Beard. Afuola will take the seat.
In this game, everyone has a chance to shine. You saw Franklin pull up from deep, Conturso with a couple of nice shots. Carter, Brett from the 3, everyone just shooting very well.
So 2 of 2 from the line there from Wayne. And it's back to 13. Franklin hitting both. 59-46. Wayne Hills. And here comes Martin stepping through the lane and finishing back to 11. 59-48. So again, the Crimson have just hung in there all day long. A near steal by Axelrad. But again, Patriots were up 17 in that third at one point. But, I mean, the Crimson have just not gone away at all. And a good sign for Wayne Hills here is Park checking right back in. He'll get Wayne Franklin.
Great sign. Glad to have Park back in. Guy that set up plays because he's the point guard, brings up the ball, can shoot well. He's a big piece for this Patriots team.
Park inbounds into the backdoor for Macarenas, and Andre now across the timeline working against Axelrad. Going between his legs a couple of times, into the lane, had his pass swatted against the ground, but finds an open Lewis who hits a 3. Carter Lewis gets in on the action.
Wow.
And it's up back to 14, 62-48 Wayne Hills.
Now if John Conturso can shoot from the 3, I'll lose my mind.
We'll see if Conturso will step out and try one later in this one, but Wayne Hills still has some work to do as Panza now working on the offensive glass is fouled. Still up by 14 on the Patriots, but again, Morristown Beard just relentless, not going away. 4:19 to go. Panza going on the line for 2. And his first,
Bit of distraction from the student section again.
his first doesn't hit the rim. It's off to the left. Here comes Adamo back into the game. So Andre Macarenas stayed to seat. James Adamo in. Panza's second rattles home. And now quickly a timeout by the Crimson and Coach Ed Franz. So 62-49 with 4:19 to go. Patriots kind of looking for one last push offensively and trying to put this one away for good.
You know, give it to the Patriots. The Crimson has been trying to cut this lead, but then the Patriots pull away with some great plays and just great passing and great defensive efforts.
So Isaiah will look ahead. They've got Passaic on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. A little bit of an earlier start there. That'll end the regular season here at the different gymnasium. And then they'll go on the road. We've talked about it a lot over the last few broadcasts. We've been looking forward to the State's game at Ramapo. The 2-seed Raiders, 16-7 are Ramapo as of today. That's on March 2nd at 7 o'clock p.m. We'll have it for you right here on Wayne Hills TV, as well as the Passaic game. But again, it'll be just a great atmosphere at Ramapo, the 2-seed against this 15-seed Wayne Hills team that's going to look to try and pull an upset. And Isaiah, if they could play the way they have today, I mean, I don't really see why you'd really underestimate them at all. I mean, they are on fire from 3 all day. And again, if this is the key, I think. I mean, if they can just hit their shots from the outside, maybe not even at this rate, just a little bit less of a rate, I don't see why they can't knock off the 2-seed Ramapo. I mean, they've just been absolutely electric from the outside today. Up 13 with 4:10 to go here in the final quarter.
I mean, Aaron, the Ramapo rivalry, for Wayne Hills Ramapo rivalry, is definitely going to bring out their competitiveness and try to have them play their best game. And that's going to be an exciting game at Ramapo. So the atmosphere is going to be insane. We went to Ramapo for the football game. That atmosphere was insane. Their student section was full, and that was a great game. So I'm imagining a great game for this basketball team as well if they can play this well.
Absolutely, and basketball-wise, last year, I believe it was March 2nd as well. 1 year to date, that was the state semifinal game last year here in the Gifford. Ramapo coming in here as the 3-seed, knocking off the 2-seed in Wayne Hills as Lewis tries another 3. That's no good, and it's tipped out to Park. And now Adamo had a good look. Gets it to Lewis on a pull-up mid-range jumper. That's no good. Fight for the rebound on a foul. But, again, last year, the game here, the state semifinal game, the Ramapo student section pretty much filled up the opposite end of the bleachers from where we're sitting right now. Just imagine that. I mean, a huge student section and in their own building. It's going to be wild, like you said.
Yeah. But their Ramapo team had a 7-foot kid, so it was kind of hard to guard.
Yeah, Neil Quinn, 7-footer now, playing his college ball at Lafayette. As here's Major Jones at the line for the Crimson, knocking down the first. He tucked it to 12 with 3:45 to go. Jones on his second. It's short. Fight for the rebound. Lewis has it. Here comes the swarming Morristown Beard defense out of that press. Wayne Hill's able to do a good job to break it. Park across the timeline now to Adamo. To the middle. Kick. Lewis. And here you go. This is the point in the game, Isaiah, where Wayne Hills are going to try and burn as much time as possible, unless they get a look like that, and they do, and Wood hits another three. It's up to 15, 65-50.
Wood's hand is on fire right now. I just can't believe the great shooting he's had. This is definitely one of his better games of the season.
Ahumada, tough shot, and he tempted to go. The sophomore has made some tough shots here in this one. He cuts it back to 13, 65-52. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the final quarter of play. Adamo stipping into the lane and finding Lewis on the block. Off glass, he converts. So Wayne Hills, the balance scoring today has been absolutely fantastic. Lewis scores again, and it's back to 15 again. 67-52 Wayne Hills.
They're doing everything I said they needed to. You know, impressive passing, getting the rebounds, playing defense.
And now another steal. Tinterso forcing that turnover. 2:25 now. Wayne Hills just going to try and run the clock out now, up by 15. And there you go. They're just going to move it around the arc and just try and burn as much time as possible. And quite frankly, Morristown Beard doesn't look like they're trying to even force a turnover.
It's not working so far.
Well, now Lewis in a little bit of trouble, and Coach Tarsic upset that they couldn't find anyone to pass to. He calls a timeout.
Hey, the game's not over. You know, you got to keep it competitive the whole time. And Carson saw that there was no plays getting developed here, so he had to take a timeout, get his guys back into the game.
2 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in the final quarter. Hills up by 15, 67-52 Patriots. So it's, I mean, we've touched on it a ton during this broadcast, Isaiah, but you just can't say it enough with the way they're playing. I mean, they've come out here today and they've lit the nets on fire. They haven't really missed at all from behind the arc.
I mean, everyone's had a chance to shine. Like I said, the seniors, they're definitely playing at their best. And you also got the sophomores, Adamo, making a few threes. You know, you have also Andre making a few threes. And you saw Wayne Franklin pull up from deep very far. And it's just everyone has a chance to shine in this game, and everyone has.
So Morristown Beard looking for a little bit of a late push. Number 22, Josh Birdman, the senior, in, as well as number 54, Andrew Woolbrook, in for the Crimson. Two guys who are checking in for the first time. Anthony Bernardo back in as well. So here's Adamo at the top. Now under 2 minutes to play. I mean, Wayne Hills is just going to try. I think they're just going to try and burn the rest of the clock out here, Isaiah, if they can. I don't think they have any intention of shooting any shot unless they literally get a wide open look underneath the basket. So Morristown Beard, we'll see if they'll foul or do anything. I mean, they're down 15, but again, just not showing much of a desire to try and force a turnover. Is Park now at the top near the midcourt line. They've already burned off 30 seconds here. 1 minute and 24 to go. Now Tinterso and Wood play catch. Park again at the top. We near 1 minute to go. And Isaiah, as boring as this is what Wayne Hills has got to do. Up by 15, they're just going to dribble out the clock. And again, Crimson just not really playing aggressively at all, not trying to really force anything.
I mean, I thought baseball started in spring. They're just passing it around.
Under 1 minute to go. 50 seconds now. And yeah, Wayne Hills is just going to dribble this one out. So Patriots seemingly going to move to 10-13 here. Isaiah picked up their first win in the last 4 games. Crowd wanted Tinterso to pull the 3.
I mean, why not?
I'd kind of like to see him step out and hit one too, just to kind of cap off the afternoon. But as Adamo works against Woolbrook, Wayne Hill's going to move to 10-13, and they'll once again pick up their first win in their last 4 games, and they will get some momentum going into that state game They've got Passaic on Tuesday night. Another tough team at 16-6 are the Indians. As 10 seconds to go, so Wayne Hills, a much-needed win here on a Saturday afternoon. Isaiah, great showing offensively and defensively. As now we've got 2 seconds. McIntyre pull-up shot. We've got a foul with 3/10 of a second to go on the clock. So Matt McIntyre going to the line for 2. Wayne Hills, they just looked like they want to get out of here.
And then you see Conturso kind of getting mad about that one, but he laughed it off. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's in the game already. Only 0.3 seconds left, so he can do whatever he wants.
McIntyre shooting 2. His first no good off the rim. And as the crowd starts to fill out, McIntyre on his second, knocked it down. Conturso quickly to Lewis, and that'll do it. So Wayne Hills, from start to finish, wire to wire, absolutely dominant from behind the three-point line. And they win this one by 14, 67-53. Wayne Hills over Morristown Beard. One more time, 10-13 now are the Patriots. Still 7-9 in the Mid-North, but they get a much-needed win here to break that 3-game losing streak. Morristown Beard, we didn't mention it during the broadcast, they had lost 7 in a row. To that point, they lose their 8th straight now. 7-16 are the Crimson, 5-11 in the NJAC.
And it's been a great afternoon for the Patriots. Everyone had a chance to shine. Everyone close to their best game. The seniors definitely had a great game. You see Brett Woods shooting insane from the outside, getting motivated at one of his better shooting nights, better shooting games, this season. Conturso stepping up from that last game, big improvement, having come out with a great mentality, for forgetting about that free throw miss against PV. And Carter Lewis is doing whatever he needs to do. And, it's just been great. Also to mention, before we started, the Statters got flowers. I was wondering, where's our flowers? We got our name called for senior night, but I want some flowers too.
Maybe we can pitch some up on Monday. We'll see. But again, one last time here from the different gymnasium, 67-53. Wayne Hills a 14-point win over the Crimson of Morristown Beard. For Aaron Hook, Isaiah Ahumada, Luca Yannuzzi behind the camera. On Tuesday night, we will have the Wayne Hills versus Passaic game for you. But until then, we'll see you next time.